Welcome on back, everyone, to another episode of Streaming with the Mouse. My name is Clifton Paul Robinson here for episode number 23, our Jordan one, as Cam will get mad because he doesn't like the Bulls. But today we are breaking down the season premiere of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Season 7, Episode 1, titled The Bad Batch. So, hope you're ready for a good show, and we'll be right back. And welcome on back, everyone. My name is Cliff Robinson here. Joining me is Cam Ramos, and I think I'll just say my Bad Batch buddy today.
Who are you in the Bad Batch? I think I'm definitely Tech because I got the glasses.
That's fitting.
That was pretty nice to see a clone trooper with glasses. Like, I was pretty pumped for that. Representation matters. That's
Yeah.
a joke. Representation does matter, but like there are better things to represent in Star Wars. That was a joke. Everybody relax.
We'll talk about the Bad Batch more. I would probably say the leader. I would probably say Hunter
I
because
can see that.
I was not a huge fan of the other ones. We can talk about it.
Big fan of Wrecker. You weren't a big fan of Wrecker?
I was and I wasn't at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll talk about that. But the first question before we jump into news is, what time did you wake up to watch this?
So I didn't wake up at a time to watch this. I woke up at 5:30. So technically I did. I woke up at 5:30 to get to work. However, I didn't technically need to get up to 5:30 because my train wasn't until 7:30. But waking up at 5:30 gave me enough time to watch the episode once, just laying down, and then second time while I was getting ready, and then I did watch it a third time when I was waiting for my train to leave from UMass Boston. So I have watched this episode 3 times now, which is just wonderful.
So you completely just ignored Emily at the train station.
No, because Emily had a meeting until
Okay.
3:30ish, so I did have time to watch it the third time without her getting mad.
Oh, there we
The
go.
minus 5 minutes I had to watch on the train. She was fine.
There we go. And I woke up at 7 to watch it, and then I
There you
watched it while I was waiting for you. But to start today in our news, kind of interesting, mostly Disney Plus, but also not at the same time. A new Disney Channel, Disney Plus cooking show is coming. A competition show called Be Our Chef. Amazing name. That was announced by Disney Plus the other day. I think it looks fun. I'm not huge into cooking shows, but I think this could be a fun show to watch, especially if you like that stuff. And just based on the name, it's amazing. I think it would be funny if the challenges were making stuff like famous dishes from Disney
That'd be
restaurants.
cool.
Like making, if you ever into Chef Mickey's, making the little chocolate mousse cookies that look like Mickey. Like that, that stuff would be fun. I don't know what to expect from it. It looks fun.
Yeah,
it's a good way. It's an easy thing to film.
Yeah, we had heard a while back that this was happening. It's just now we have like the premiere coming March 27th. But Angela Kinsey, who is Angela in The Office, is the host of it, which is pretty cool. Cool to see her on TV. Again, she's pretty funny, and she does the Office Ladies podcast with oh my god, what's her name?
Oh right,
Jenna Fisher. Is that her name? No.
Yeah, that's her name.
So
Yeah,
Pam from The Office. So no,
I have never watched The Office. I have to
Really?
put that disclaimer out there. I've
Oh,
tried.
wow.
I just couldn't get into it. It's just that whole thing of
What's the best
if
show
you like Parks and Rec, you don't always like The Office, and vice versa.
Fair.
So,
I like both, but yeah, no, that's fair. No, but
I'm more of a
sweet,
Good
pretty
Place
exciting.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I haven't watched any of the episodes this season yet. I need to get on that. But next news story, according to Yahoo, Black Panther will be leaving Netflix on March 3rd, and it will be coming on to Disney Plus, which is super exciting. I think anytime we get any of these major Disney, Marvel, Star Wars properties away from the other streaming services and all under one roof, the House of Mouse, is pretty exciting. So it'll be nice to have it, even though I could easily just pop on Netflix right now or the DVD Blu-ray combo pack I have. But it'll be cool to watch on Disney Plus, I guess.
Yeah, I have actually not watched Black Panther since it left theaters.
I was about to say, like, ever? Like, what? You just
No,
missed Black Panther?
I really like Black Panther.
Oh, okay,
I'm
cool.
just saying I haven't. I'm not. It takes a lot for me to rewatch. There's only certain like Star Wars is always a common rewatch.
Sure.
So other big stuff. This is the Toy Fair season. Especially because this is the opening of the first quarter for the stock market, so everyone wants to start out with a bang. So Hasbro came out swinging with Star Wars merchandise.
Before that, though, we should say Hasbro, Disney, and Lucasfilm have extended their contract
Oh, they did.
or agreement, so that way they can continue making Star Wars toys. But continue.
Okay, that's actually that's news to me. But yes, Hasbro came out swinging and definitely you can see why they got extended, as they came out with tons of Baby Yoda merchandise, which I think people have been waiting for. I think they've probably been waiting for. But I agree with Jon Favreau. Wait for it
Absolutely.
because it was more worth it.
Absolutely.
They came out with I think a dark saber, a lot of
Yeah.
new toys. They came out with a Lego Razor Crest from The Mandalorian.
With the little minifig of Baby Yoda, which is
With
awesome.
that, yes. And also, I guess they released today. I don't know if it's Hasbro, but Hasbro is doing a FX Reven lightsaber,
Yes,
and it's
that should be Hasbro, I believe, if I
yeah,
remember
it
correctly.
is. It is not his red lightsaber. It is purple. It is his
Yes,
purple lightsaber, which
which
is
is pretty cool.
better. Yeah, so that'll probably they haven't released a price, but those lightsabers go for about anywhere from 150 to $220.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the news. What I really liked was like Hasbro's kind of going away with like the 3/4 inch action figures, unless you're doing the vintage collection ones, which those are still pretty cool. So they kind of got away for those for the Rise of Skywalker, and they started doing these 5 inch like action figures that look very cartoony. I didn't really like the ones that came out for the Rise of Skywalker besides the Trooper ones because I like the more regular 3 3/4 inch figures. However, I will say, and I said this when the toys came out for Rise of Skywalker, I was like, these would be cool for the animated series toys, and they did make an Ahsoka with double blue lightsaber from this upcoming season of Rebels, so I will absolutely get my hands on that. I'm between that and I think a regular Ahsoka Clone Wars pop to get signed by Ashley when we meet her in November for Comic Con.
I have one right back there.
Yeah,
Yeah. If this is a podcast, you can't see me.
I can say that.
Cam can my Funko wall behind me.
Love it.
And personally, I would say Funko is lukewarm.
Yeah,
They came out with their Mandalorian stuff back
for
when
Star Wars, lukewarm for Star Wars.
lukewarm. Oh yeah, they've had a great day
They've
today.
had a bunch of them come out.
But for Star Wars, all they released was 2 new Baby Yoda T-shirts.
Mhm.
Nothing for Clone Wars, and that's kind of surprising. They usually like to spoil a lot of stuff for us, so I'm surprised we didn't get any Bad Batch or new Ahsoka. I bet.
I'm wondering if that's gonna come like after these 12 episodes come. I bet that's what they do.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because we're filming today on February 21st. Today's the New York Toy Fair, and this
Yeah.
is when you want to release everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a last minute like hidden one, but there's
I
been
really
no.
want them all. I want a Darth Maul one, Clone
Yeah.
Wars style. Be cool.
And our last news story of the day.
So according to, is it Cosmic or Comic Book?
It's cosmicbook.news, but it's
Okay.
from an interview with Diego Luna.
From cosmicbook.news, the Rogue One spinoff is also delayed due to rewrites, but Diego Luna has confirmed that they will be filming this year. This is news to me. I didn't see this today, so Cliff, you could probably talk about that. But as long as they start filming this year, it is what it is.
Yeah, I saw
That's
something about it
serious, right?
yesterday. I saw something about it yesterday. All they said was, "Oh yeah, it's in the same boat as Obi-Wan," because it was when they released that they're doing a big thing in Europe in March where they're going to talk about we're going to get a lot of new Disney Plus stuff. But they said we're not going to have any actual like footage from Obi-Wan and the Rogue One spinoffs because they're both in their final writing stages again. But it just seemed like a minor setback. So this, I think the Rogue One spinoff is just based around edits, unlike Obi-Wan where it's rewriting the whole script.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's
Cool.
all we have for news today. So we're going into our talk about episode 1 of season 7 of the Clone Wars, The Bad Batch. And I will read the Admiral Yularen opening, which is always one of my favorite things. I can't do it justice. But the battle for
Tom Kane.
Yeah, Tom Kane. That was his only main role, Admiral Yularen. That was
No,
his main
he's one of the announcers in the pod race, I believe, as well, in Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's like how they got him.
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the battle for Anaxes. The home of the Republic shipyards is under attack from Admiral Trench's separatist forces. Jedi General Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker lead a two-pronged attack on the ground and in the air. But after weeks of heated battle and mounting losses, the Republic's grip of Anaxes begins to slip away. So Cam, yes.
You wake up at 7 a.m. The music hits. You see this. you see the quote, "Embrace others for their differences, for that makes you whole." And you hear Tom Kane's voice come in. Thoughts, feelings, what happened?
I probably should have had a bowl of like sugary cereal with me, just for
It
like
was awesome.
the nostalgia. This was like our Saturday cartoons.
I literally had goosebumps because I was like, obviously I've heard this not the same spiel, but Tom Kane's voice, the music, stuff like that. But to know at the same time that it was a new episode, just absolute goosebumps. 5:30 in the morning when this happened.
I know. It was like when I woke up, I clicked. I opened Disney Plus, and I'm like, oh my god, it is real. It's here. So
For
yeah,
a bunch of people, I guess they had trouble opening it this morning. I was fine at 5:30. I was able to download it too, so I could watch it later today.
I had the same thing happen. People that waited, stayed up and opened it at 2:59, and it didn't upload yet. They had to restart the apps. I had
Gotcha.
that
Okay.
same thing happen with Mandalorian.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, as we're going to go into the plot summary, and we're going to do a big thank you to Wikipedia for this, because I don't know how much of a psycho Star Wars Clone Wars fan you were as a kid, but when we were back when they canceled it, back when Disney canceled it, there were still 40 episodes that Dave Filoni had written. They were written and ready to go. What they did though, because they were told, oh yeah, Clone Wars is dead. You're done. This is it. And then they ended up getting the Netflix part. They already had a bunch of episodes made, including these ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I have actually seen these episodes in a very poorly unrendered form. But
was it match for match? Because I've heard about these.
Yes,
I've
match
never
for match.
watched
It is,
them.
it is match for match. I think this is art. So we're going to talk about this later. But the other one, because we're going to talk about the Bad Batch. But the other one, which I don't think we're going to end up seeing, is the Crystal Crisis arc, where Anakin and Obi-Wan discover a giant kyber crystal that Palpatine wants, which leads to the creation of the Death Star. But but we're going to talk more about the Bad Batch series, and we have spoilers.
No spoilers. Don't tell me what happened in the what is
no,
it?
I'm not
going to do that. Arc, right?
That's what we're going to talk about.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
This would probably be called the Echo arc.
Okay.
But we have spoiler alerts for this episode.
Not for the next episodes.
No, only for the single.
Okay, good. I was like, hold on, I want to go in fresh. No. Okay.
All right. So we start with the Republic campaign on Anaxes begins to take a turn for the worse when the Separatists capture the main production facilities for the Republic battle fleet. While Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker debate on how to proceed, Commander Cody and Captain Rex join them with a theory as to how Trench leads the enemy forces. They have been able to predict and counter every move so far. As Rex relates, he has developed a special algorithm to analysis the usual Republic strategies and develop corresponding responses to counter the Army's performance weaknesses. From the latest happening on the local battlefield, he has concluded that somehow the algorithm has fallen into enemy hands. Cody explains that if the Separatists have figured out how to counter Rex, who is one of the most talented officers in the clone army, the Republic could suffer even more severe losses. He proposes that they lead a squad behind enemy lines to steal any intel the Separatists have from their cyber center. Mace Windu agrees to this plan, but Anakin Skywalker notices that Rex obviously has something else on his mind and asks him if everything is okay. Rex kind of begrudgingly claims he's fine. So I thought it was a great opening.
Yeah,
it was great to see kind of all the originals. My question for you is what do you think of the initial characters coming back? I couldn't get over Anakin's hair initially.
Bad or good?
It flows. It's just he has the flow. He has the jock flow now.
It kind of looks like it does though in episode 3.
Oh no, that's the whole point.
So it's cool.
Yeah, it's just weird seeing it. It's weird seeing Hayden Christensen's hair on Clone Wars Anakin.
That's fair. Yeah, because we haven't really seen that, No, it was really cool. I was immediately stunned with the advancement of the artwork, I would say. That's something I'm really big on. Is I'm not good at art at all. I don't claim to be an expert, but when I like it and I see it and I like it, I know. And I think the art has obviously progressed decades worth, even though it's only been 5-6 years since the last Clone Wars episode has aired for the Netflix. Yeah. But super cool. I love that we got to see Anakin and we got to see Mace a little. And it sucked it was just for a little bit, but I think that the rest of the episode with the troopers made up for the fact that we didn't get Ahsoka, we didn't get Obi-Wan yet, and we only really got Anakin and Mace for 2 minutes. the troopers really were able to carry their own on this episode, as they've done in plenty of episodes in Clone Wars. But I think I was left like, oh, I kind of wish we got to spend more time with the characters you think of in Star Wars for the prequels, like Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka and more Mace and Yoda. But no, it was cool to get a little taste for them. I know we'll get them in the next 11 episodes, obviously, but very cool opening. And I love that Anakin he's so smart. He's so intuitive. Like, he just knows, like, Rex, what's wrong? Like, something's wrong. I know you, you know you. Like, what's wrong?
Well, I think he also feels it.
Yeah, that too. No, for sure. But just nice little open. Set the plot.
Yeah, my main note from this episode is D. Bradley Baker is just talking to himself.
That's literally, I think James Arnold Taylor has a podcast called Talking to Myself, and like that was this episode for D. Bradley Baker. I was actually listening to Coffee with Kenobi this morning when I was waiting for the train, and James Arnold Taylor was on it talking with Dan Zier. Awesome podcast. If you guys haven't listened to Coffee with Kenobi yet, big shout out to them. But he was interviewing with Dan Zier of Coffee with Kenobi, and he mentioned that he thinks like D. Bradley Baker should be like nominated for an Emmy for his performance this season, because he is all the clones. He is literally everybody in the Bad Batch, Commander Cody, Rex, presumably Echo if we see him. And he was Echo in this episode too.
We heard Echo in this episode.
Yeah. So, but James Arnold Taylor is like really pushing like D. Bradley Baker should absolutely be nominated for an Emmy for his performance this season on the Clone Wars season 7. So I'm excited to see more of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk more about his performance as we go on.
Sure.
But it was also kind of a big ball drop. I mean, they kind of spoiled it when they released this coming out. But Trench lives.
Yeah,
Somehow.
absolutely. That would be cool if they didn't show that.
That's what I kind of wish. I wish they kind of Baby Yoda'd us.
Yeah, a little bit with that. That would have been cool.
But yeah, as people should remember, Trench was the spider-like general or admiral of the Confederacy, and he was the main. Well, they're also called the CIS.
Oh, fair. I was like, what?
But he was the main admiral that led the invasion of Ryloth, and it was when they found the covert ship, and Anakin outsmarted him. But we'll continue. In the barracks, Cody finds Rex staring at an old picture of the two of them, accompanied by the late ARC troopers Fives and Echo. R.I.P. kind of.
R.I.P. Fives.
Yeah, poor Fives.
Nice.
Rex laments their deaths and the losses the Republic forces are taking in this war, which Cody understands. Rex tells Cody that he believes there is a chance Echo might still be alive, since the strategies the Separatists are using are old battle plans the two of them came up with. But he didn't tell the Jedi, since they might think he's crazy. Cody is skeptical, but says it's time to go. Rex asks him who they're taking, and Cody responds, Clone Force 99. Going out to the landing with Jesse and Kix, Rex and Cody see the squad shuttle, the Havoc Marauder, come for a wild landing. Absolutely, and it's a cool ship. That has other clones running out of the ship's way. Rex asks Cody why he's never heard of this group. Cody explains that the squad, informally known as the Bad Batch, consists of defectively born clones who underwent unique and desirable mutations. The squad emerges from their shuttles, consisting of Sergeant Hunter, the team's leader, Wrecker, the squad's brash strongman and assault specialist, Crosshair, the team's grim, sarcastic sniper, and Tech, the hyper-intelligent and knowledgeable tech specialist. Mounting a gunship, the assembled team departs for the Cyber Center. And what is your initial reaction of Clone Force 99?
I have some great reactions, but before that, I do want to touch on the scene between Rex and Cody. So a line that stood out to me there is because Rex is obviously upset, and Cody says something along the lines of like, it's hard to be the ones that survive. And this is when Rex is looking at that picture of Heavy, Echo, and Fives, and I just thought that was a powerful line, given what we know about the clones and how much of a brother that they have, and then knowing that Cody is the one that gets the word from Palpatine later to execute Order 66.
I thought it was an even more like chilling thing when Rex responded, "That's what I'm afraid of."
Yeah,
and we know that Rex makes it all the way to the Battle of Endor.
Exactly, and that was cool. That's all I really have to say about that scene. It's awesome that he thinks Echo is alive, because I like Echo a lot too. But going to the Bad Batch, I love it. Did I message you? I forget who I messaged, but I like 5 in the morning. I was literally like, I need all of the Bad Batch Funkos, action figures, anything. Their armor was just so cool. So I love Clone Wars and I love Clone Troopers because they're able to play around with the armor. It's everybody's is kind of unique a little bit. Obviously, you have your standard outfits, but like these Bad Batch guys, like Crosshair has like the bullseye. Tech has like the space, so that way he can actually have his glasses on and stuff like that. Hunters has like this cool face paint. Wrecker looks like a mix of like Bane and Crossbones from DC and Marvel. Just super cool. I like that it's the fact that they're defective, but they have desirable mutations, like that word desirable, and they really are a team. I think Cody mentions like the Bad Batch has 100% success rate, which is also big, but they all play their role and just a really force to be reckoned with. I really like the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a cool team. I loved the uniforms for the most part. I'm obviously a stickler. I really like the old school helmet look. Like
I know you do, buddy.
I love the different phases, but I really liked Hunters.
Yeah.
I did like Crosshairs though also.
Crosshairs are sick.
I thought his was the coolest out of all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you also hear why they were late?
No, I did not.
Did you hear what planet? They said, sorry, we were late. We were dealing with something on Yavin Prime.
Yes, I did hear
So
that.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that
which
was
is
cool.
weird because Yavin Prime is a gas giant. So I'm
Right.
wondering, like, were they on a moon?
What they were doing.
Like, what were they doing? But we don't have to worry about that. But yeah.
I thought their entrance was very fitting. Like everything just like coming in hot. I think they said like ship coming in hot. Everybody's running out of the way was really cool. Something that I thought was interesting was when I forget which one of the Bad Batches, but they asked Cody like, "What kind of suicide mission do you have for us this time?" And I felt it just in their presence and hearing the name Bad Batch, like it felt very Suicide Squad like from DC. So I thought that was interesting that they said like what kind of suicide mission because they do seem like a ragtag random. They're all defective clones. They're not regs as they're called, but they form this amazing assault team and that's able to help the Republic in this case. So I thought that was a really cool line.
Also, shout out to 99, R.I.P.
Yes,
true soldier,
our legend.
And Rex also paid tribute to that.
Yeah, he did. He said like fitting name or something like that.
He said nice touch.
Nice touch. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
So moving on. However, on their way, the clones are spotted and shot down by a battle droid squad and end up crashing in a ravine, leaving Cody seriously injured and trapped inside the vessel's wreckage. It is there that the Bad Batch begin to demonstrate its unique qualities. Wrecker single-handedly lifts the gunship off Cody's body, and then he and his squad mates engage in incoming droids in a surprisingly aggressive move, taking down the entire enemy force by themselves. After the clones have left, a second droid force investigates the crash site and informs Trench of their findings. I feel like we should actually just talk about that on its own because that battle scene. I was gonna keep going,
Awesome.
but that battle scene. It was also him lifting the gunship.
Yeah, that showed the mutation.
Incredible.
Besides him just being a big hulking guy, like him, like just pushing it over around Cody was really cool. No, I continue. Sorry, I interrupted. It was awesome.
Oh no, I wanted to stop to talk about that. Like it was such an interesting like battle formation. Also, it's like they're not defensive like most clones should be. They just completely went into that battle.
Yeah, Hunter calls it's Plan 82 called Shockwave, which is awesome. So they're on the attack. They're running through. They have like some. I almost wanted to say heavy. That R.I.P. heavy.
Oh.
But Wrecker's like has this big metal guarding them.
Well, he has a piece of the gunship.
Yeah, and Tech is like calling out coordinates, and they're throwing like I don't know what kind of bombs they are, but like the shockwave bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're throwing that up, blowing them up, killing a bunch of droids. It was just a really cool plan. You could tell like Rex is like, oh my god, like this is not how we do things. You see later he does embrace it a little bit, but just an amazing scene. I think that the level of the increase in animation that we have from this season has stepped this game up to where this was an amazing scene.
Absolutely. But I thought it was important to talk about like their first like prove it moment, which they definitely proved it.
That's why they have 100% proficiency rate.
Exactly, and hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah.
As we get to the later episodes. So the clones make their way to the Cyber Center on foot, guided by Hunter's extraordinary sensory capabilities. With Cody incapable of continuing, Rex announces that he will take charge of the mission. This creates tensions with Crosshair and Wrecker, which threatens to escalate into a fight until Hunter intervenes and concedes command to Rex. Proceeding without Cody and Kix, they reach a separatist outpost near the Cyber Center, which Rex decides to take, hoping that it will contain vital information. Using the Bad Batch's prior performance as his attack strategy, Rex and his fellow clones quickly overwhelm the outpost's droid garrison and capture its command and communication center. But while trying to hack into the Cyber Center's computers to investigate its defensive capabilities, yeah.
No, finish. Sorry, I wanted to talk after you're done. Sorry.
Oh yeah. But while trying to hack into the Cyber Center's computers to investigate its defensive capabilities, Tech intercepts a message which announces the impending arrival of heavy droid reinforcements.
As awesome as Planet 82 Shockwave was, I love this scene for the fact that there is no music during the fighting. Very interesting, very different from what you'd expect in Star Wars. Granted, maybe not too different because we did kind of experience that in The Rise of Skywalker with Kylo versus Rey on the Death Star, piece, whatever. But very interesting choice to not go with music. I think whenever music doesn't happen in Star Wars, it hits my ears, even though there's nothing to hit my ears because it just is different. But I thought it was very effective and it was cool. It was just like, yep, we're gonna run and pound real quick and take this over. A very, very cool and interesting choice that I think worked out pretty well.
I think something interesting also, I did not actually notice that. I was also watching from a little bit of a distance.
Gotcha.
So from my bed to my TV is a little bit of a hike. So I wasn't listening with headphones. I think it's also interesting, and it's gonna like push forward a little bit, but like it starts off with Hunter calling Rex Captain.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah, Captain," and then it shows like Rex is someone that went from being completely by the rules to learning to have his own personality.
Mhm.
Like Rex's initial personality was just being a soldier.
Yeah.
And obviously he transformed into something amazing.
Absolutely.
Like next to Ahsoka, he probably has the best like character arc.
Yeah.
Other in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, it's also interesting how instead of like kind of looking down on this mutated group, which I think that's what seems to happen to them a lot, is they don't get looked at as just normal clones. They get looked at as kind of the outcasts.
Yeah.
You see that they start to respect him more, and at the end they're not calling him Captain, they're just calling him Rex.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a very nice thing as we go on.
Yeah, they have that relationship and that friendship and that bond that comes with.
Exactly.
I wouldn't know to presume because I've never been in war, but it seems like that's what's happening.
Yeah. So, moving forward to the peak and the craziness of this episode, Rex splits up the squad for a divisionary three-front attack on the center's guard force. Just as the droid relief forces arrive at the outpost, but before Trench can warn them about the clones' assault, the Cyber Center droids are taken by surprise. While Rex, Crosshair, and Jesse keep the guards occupied, Hunter, Tech, and Wrecker penetrate the building and capture its command center. As the other clones hold the incoming droids reinforcements off, Rex joins Tech in the command center. Tech hacks into the computer system and discovers the algorithm, but strangely, it is not stored inside the center's memory banks, but it is instead being broadcast from another planet, Skako Minor. Digging in further, Tech manages to receive an audio signal which sounds like a human voice.
No, it didn't. It did not sound like a human voice.
No,
I don't know where that came from, but I was like, okay.
That. I'm like, are they hearing?
It's so weird. I was like, okay. That was my one little complaint. I was like, no, it didn't. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I didn't get that either.
Yeah.
I was like, am I missing something?
Yeah, like I played it back. I watched it 3 times. I don't get it. How Tech heard that, but Tech is Tech, so I guess he gets it.
Rex asks him to send a transmission requesting the person's identity, and the voice responds CT-1409, as the voice's masking is dropped, so it is clearly the voice of a clone trooper. In the meantime, the encroaching enemy forces drive the remaining clones back into the command center. Rex is so shocked by what the voice is saying, that he briefly ignores Hunter telling him they need to leave. The clones fight their way out of the structure and escape aboard a speeder craft secured by Crosshair. While Trench learns about the clones' infiltration of the broadcast, Rex in turn is left brooding over the startling discovery that Echo is still alive, CT-1409 was his identification number, and that's the end of the show.
So
I don't think this Wikipedia at the end did it justice because it's so much more than that. But you can start.
no, and there's a little there's like kind of like a post credit scene, even though it's not post credits, it's like before. But Trench finds out like that. Okay, yeah, they haven't taken any information, but they made contact with
He was
Skako Minor, and he was livid. So I'm sure there's more story to learn there about why Skako Minor is so important and why Trench is so engrossed with this planet and why this is important and why they like what Echo has to do with this plan. Very exciting to see. But again, animation that can create feelings inside you, and you can tell how sad a character is or how upset a person is. It's just unbelievable television, I think, or unbelievable like storytelling, and you could see the look on Rex's face. He's so confused, conflicted, maybe even like a little like, oh my god, like just shocked that Echo is alive, because no one else would just say CT-1409. Like that's Echo, that's his call number, that's his ID number. It's awesome that he's alive. I do feel bad that we were kind of spoiled about this, because it would have been even cooler if we went into it. But there had been rumblings that this was going to be happening, but still cool nonetheless. I really, really, really like this episode.
Yeah, I think it's important to realize like what Rex found in two other clones in Fives and Echo. They turned from being absolutely like like a misfit bunch on the Rishi Moon, or not the Rishi Moon.
No,
it was one of the outposts outlying Camino, to being the saviors of Camino twice.
does Heavy die in that episode?
That's when
That's
Heavy
where
dies.
Heavy dies,
Yeah,
right?
that's when Heavy
Yeah.
dies.
Okay.
That's when he gives himself up.
Yeah.
And then saving Camino on Camino, and then becoming 501st ARC troopers,
Yeah.
which are pretty much on the level of Cody and Rex, just without being like commanders and
Right.
captains. But I mean, Cody is part of a different one. He's part of the Obi-Wan's battalion. But it's just so interesting to see that, and like I think he feels extremely guilty that he left Echo there, because I think he also feels that he let Fives down.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Cliff.
Yes.
What is the most? How do I want to word this? What is the most like you couldn't believe that they're still alive? Is it Darth Maul or Echo? Because Darth Maul being dead seems way more plausible than Echo when Echo's blown up on that ship.
Right, and you just see his charred helmet.
Yeah. Which
Darth
was more
Maul.
believable?
Echo
I'm fine with both
being
sides of that,
alive.
but-
Darth Maul, because Darth Maul at least used the Force in his hatred to keep himself alive. Echo is just I don't want to say he's just a clone, because he's not just a clone, but he is a non-Force yielding person who was literally blown up.
This is literally like Jim Hopper, like we thought exploded by the Russians in Stranger Things season 3. Do you watch Stranger Things?
I mean, I never actually thought he was dead, but
yeah, but like,
I know what you mean.
Sense, like, if you were in that universe, you'd be like, yeah, no, duh, that guy's dead.
Right.
He's an explosion, and now he's like alive in Russia. Spoiler alert for people that don't watch trailers, but like, same thing. Like, I just don't get how Echo is alive, but I'm here for it. I'm very happy. Again, I love Echo. I love the troopers in this. I think the clone troopers besides Ahsoka, make this series what it is. So very happy about it. Just Darth Maul being alive was way more believable, and I know people were mad about that. So I wonder what people will have the reaction about Echo, because I haven't really seen any negative reaction, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to add one last thing, because overall, this was like the perfect opening. I know I would love to see Ahsoka in every episode. That's not what we get. That's not what the show is about. It's not about it being. It's about everything happening. I wouldn't hate it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
It was interesting when Rex was just sitting there brooding, and Tech is like, "What does that number mean?" And he explained what it was, and that got me thinking. I'm like, these clones are not like in the system.
Right.
These clones do not have. Obviously, CT stands for Clone Trooper. Right. But they're the Bad Batch, and that also makes me wonder: do these clones have their inhibitor chips?
Great point, Cliff.
But we'll never find. I don't think we'll ever actually find.
Great point, Cliff.
But The other
Awesome.
thing I will add, if I was a Jedi, I would not want to be assigned to Clone Force 99 during Order 66.
Oh God, they would
Yeah,
murder, and not that the other ones don't murder you, but they would like
yeah,
murder 100% success rate.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy comes in here. There's no Obi-Wan. There's no Luke saving the galaxy. None of that. None
yeah,
of this. If you put Clone Troop 99 out there, absolutely.
yeah. And I think we both gave our overall thoughts. Um, I can they obviously the one thing I don't like about Disney Plus, my main complaint is they do not give us what's coming next week because I would love to have that. Obviously, these episodes have all been made, so we have the title and then just the description, no spoilers in it. Just tells you what it is. So episode 2 will be called A Distant Echo, a
Yeah,
perfect name. I feel like
absolutely.
they named him Echo for this whole plot line. I would truly believe Dave Filoni had this all planned out. So believing that MIA soldier Echo may still be alive, Rex's mission becomes doubly important. Alongside the Bad Batch and Anakin Skywalker, the clone captain launches a dangerous covert rescue. So we are going to get Anakin next week with the
Mhm.
Bad Batch. So this
Yes.
is going to be amazing.
No, it's gonna be great. Definitely excited to see how Anakin works with these guys because obviously,
I
I
think
think Rex and
extremely
his
well.
men. Yeah, Rex and his men definitely have that connection right now. So excited to see. Um, Anakin. Did it say Mace was gonna be part of it?
He is not.
Oh, because Mace would hate these guys. That would be a funny dynamic. Is like everybody like, yeah, we're a team, and Mace is just like these bad words. I just hate them. Like, but no, I'm excited to see that connection. Definitely for sure.
Yeah. I think my last question for you, how far did you get in your Clone Wars rewatch?
Uh the official rewatch not great. The 20 episodes, I think, like the essential ones, I think I made it to episode 15.
Nice. I literally last night I watched very out of order towards the end. I finished my last two episodes I watched were the Jar Jar Binks and Mace Windu one.
Oh boy.
That's where I ended.
Yeah,
Actually, it was
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good, and it was so funny because you see such a different Mace Windu than like just being mean to Anakin.
Yeah,
You see one where Mace Windu really is very similar to Anakin. He just doesn't want to admit it. Like
yeah. Oh,
if
absolutely.
Anakin became a master and lived to the age of Mace Windu as a Jedi, that's what Anakin would have been.
Yep, absolutely.
Um, and
No,
I
but
think that might
I'm
also be
excited
why
for
Mace
sure.
didn't like him.
I think what I'm gonna have to do. So, StarWars.com has a list of the Clone Wars episodes in chronological, order. I think I'm gonna just start that tonight. You like start off with like episode 1, season 1, and then you immediately jump to like a bunch of episodes in season 2,
Yeah,
and then
you want to know which ones those
episode.
are?
Huh?
Yeah, you want to know which arc that is? It's the Clone Cadets line. You follow
Yeah,
Echo, Heavy,
yeah,
and Fives
which
through
makes
their
sense.
training.
Yeah,
Like how depressing.
yeah, but then like it's fine. Like
No, it's just
I
like
know what
so
happened.
much crazier to think.
No,
Um,
I think that's how I might start later tonight or tomorrow or something like that. That's why I might start this weekend is go in chronological order because I've never watched it like that.
and I'm also gonna fact check ourselves from last week or from the last episode in the Clone Wars preview. Um, Fives and Heavy and Echo Squad is not Phoenix Squadron. Phoenix Squadron is the Rebel Squad.
That's what I was talking about, though, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
think I got it wrong. Domino Squadron is
Domino.
theirs
Yes.
because it was funny. The joke was when one of them fails, they all fall.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I guess
yeah.
that was true until
Domino.
Echo somehow survived. But any last words before we give everyone our social media and send it off for the day?
No, I love it. I'm a little conflicted if I'm being honest because I like that Disney Plus does this once a week because it gives me something to be excited for.
So short.
I wish for these Clone Wars episodes, I wish they gave you the arc. Would have been so cool. But I understand it because if they gave you the arc, it's 3 weeks and it's done. So I get it. Well, most likely 3 weeks. I'm assuming most of them are going to be 3 or 4 episode arcs. Maybe not. We'll see. This one I think is going to be 4 episodes based on what you said. So I get it. But like, oh, I wish we could get like this whole story. But like, whatever. It's fine. I'm excited. I cannot believe it is 2020 and we're getting new Clone Wars episodes. I cannot believe it. And I know we've known about this for what, over a year now, almost 2 years, but like, pinch me. I'm so happy we're getting this.
100%. Yeah, if anything, I would say they should have released 2 episodes a week. That would have been my thing. Have it be
Yeah.
6 weeks. We don't get a say in that. Or they should. There is a petition online to let Dave Filoni release all 40 of the remaining episodes.
Well, some of them I don't think they would ever because one of them's a book now and the other one's 4 comic books, I think.
That is
We should
true.
read those for an episode.
That's true.
We might do that after Clone Wars. If there's nothing like really original that we
For
really
that-
need to talk about, maybe we
for
do that.
For that board, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. But no, awesome. Should we get to the social medias?
Yeah, we should get to the social media. I thought of an easier way to do this also. So you can find us on Twitter at @StreamTheMouse, and then on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, we are streaming with the mouse.
Yes.
And the website cprrob.com/streamthemouse. And my name is Cliff Robinson. I'm on Twitter at CPRobinson.
And I'm Cameron oh boy, I messed that. I'll keep that in the edit.
Man.
I'm Cameron Ramos, and my Twitter is @CamRamos95. Definitely be sure to hit up all those social medias, like, follow, whatever you have to do. Talk with us. We want to talk Clone Wars with people. Obviously, be careful with some spoilers because people might not have the chance to see it right away. But
Yeah,
definitely hit us up in the DMs. I know my DMs are open. Like I want to talk about Star Wars with people. Like, let's do this.
Same, but I will put, for us at least, we're going to do a 1 week. You have 1 week. So until the next episode, there will not be spoilers on
I think we should change that. I think whenever Disney posts official like pictures, you know how like they posted pictures like on the following Wednesday for Mandalorian. If they do something like that, then I think that's the safe period for the streaming service world. And
if anyone wants a good laugh, earlier today I found on the hashtag there was a really funny when people do spoilers without context.
Mm-hmm.
They had a really funny one for Clone Wars. So if you want to see a funny one, go to my Twitter at CPRobinson. But until next time, I believe we're going to take a week hiatus, and you will see us next Friday.
Yes, Friday. I'm good.
We'll see you then, and for that next week, we'll just be a distant echo to you guys. So for
wow. How long did you write that one out for?
Right off the top of my head.
No,
I swear to God.
Bank. I know. I'm kidding, buddy.
So until next time, for Cam Ramos,
everybody.
My name's Cliff Paul Robinson. Have a magical day.
Have a good one.